Hey y'all, welcome back to our weekly meditation. Happy to be here to guide you. My name is Martin Benson. For our practice today, I want us to focus on cultivating a deeper sense of relaxed attention in our meditation. So I've talked about this before, kind of like finding this balance of effort and effortlessness. And the reason I want to focus on this, because I find that as we begin our meditation process, sometimes if we jump straight into the mind, so jump straight into working with thoughts or into just open awareness or concentration, sometimes we haven't really settled into our practice, into our body. And we haven't really established a sense of easefulness, which makes it a little more difficult for us to maybe engage in other types of meditative practices. So today I want to guide you through sort of a systematic process of sort of easing into our meditation practice. And we'll begin with the body because the body is the most tangible thing that we can sense in terms of like it's very specific, it can be very distinct, whether it's through discomfort, whether it's through feeling your breath or feeling sensations on the skin. Like it's a really good place for us to begin focusing our practice and focusing on cultivating a sense of easefulness. And so, if we can create that sense of groundedness and easefulness in the foundations of our body and the way that we sit, then the next stage would be working with what's called like speech. Like we're going to move to like body, speech, and mind. So speech really refers to sort of this inner narrative that happens, right? This sort of unraveling in our mind, constant thinking, constant telling stories, constant almost like talking to ourselves inside our head. And so once we're established in the easefulness of the body, then we can start to direct our attention to the thought streams and sort of the speech of the mind, the way the mind is sort of talking. And what happens is the more that we allow this process to just unravel unconsciously, where we're just talking to ourselves, telling stories, these narratives are coming through, then thoughts start to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And we get more and more and more of them. And it's harder and harder for us to really find that sort of center again, that sort of sense of open presence inside the body. And so, what we do in that stage is bring the same level of effortlessness, of relaxation to sort of our mentality towards our thoughts. We just kind of watch them in the same way that we watch anything else, like the same way we'd watch a candle flame or a cloud, or the same way we'd watch our children, or the same way we'd watch a bird in a tree, or whatever, like just watching it, not having to do anything about it, but just this kind of quiet noticing those thought streams. And when we don't engage with them, but we also don't push them away, we just kind of observe them, we witness them, we might notice that it starts to lose its grip on us a little bit in terms of tension, in terms of the gravity of the thinking. And it starts to become maybe a little softer, a little quieter. Maybe the thoughts start to sort of recede as to more of like a background noise as opposed to like a foreground experience. And then once we start to get that sense of softness, of quietness in the thinking and the speech component of the mind. Then we go into the mind itself, this sense of awareness, this container of perception. And we open to all the areas and ways in which our experience comes into us. So we open to all of our senses, we open to the speech, we open to the sensations in the body, and we don't specifically have to watch any specific thing. We just open to it and we just allow it and we just rest and let the mind rest in this sort of easeful, open awareness of the present moment. And so, no matter what comes up, we can just find this container of consciousness that we can reside in. And so, we can just be a witness to our experience. And it's in this witness consciousness and this relaxed posture and sort of the allowing of the speech that we start to maybe find real restfulness, real sort of like replenishment of energy in our mind, body, and speech, right? Where we don't have to feel like we're constantly grappling with one or the other, but we can just bear witness to what is here without having to make a big deal of it, without having to do anything about it. And it's in that sort of open awareness, that witness consciousness, that restful energy really starts to bring benefit to us, right? Starts to create spaciousness within us. And it's when we have that spaciousness inside that we have available to us an opening of other opportunities where we don't have to fill our minds up with things that are futile, but we can open up space for something new to come in, a new inspiration, a new emotion, a new sort of connectedness to the world and to the inner life as well. So I'll guide you through this process. We'll begin with the body, and we'll go to the speech, and we'll go to the mind or the awareness itself. And each stage, we just find increasingly more effortlessness, we become increasingly more restful. And let's experiment and just see how that feels as compared to like a strict concentration on the breath practice. There are different approaches to meditation. So this is one that maybe might serve you in a different way. So I invite you to just be open to it and explore it today for yourself. And I'll guide you as best as I can. So we'll begin by being seated comfortably. So this is important. So we're beginning with the body, right? So take an extra moment to really find your groundedness, to take whatever blankets or blocks you might need to support your posture. Make sure that you're not leaning back. Make sure you're not slouching forward or drifting to one side or the other. Sometimes what I like to do is sort of circle my torso and just kind of move a little from side to side, front and back, and then just find that perfect sort of center for the spinal column to kind of rest above the hips. And you can clasp your hands or place your palms on your knees. Just allow your shoulders to relax. If it's comfortable for you, you can close your eyes or just keep them very softly open. And just begin feeling the sensations of the breath. It's a very direct place for us to begin. And see if you can feel the skin on the face, the cheeks, the forehead, the eyelids. And just see if you can allow this sort of softness to pervade the areas on the face. So there's a calm, serene quality to your expression. Unhinge the jaw. Place your tongue on the upper palate, behind the top row of teeth. And as you're breathing here, feel the lungs expand and contract. So instead of feeling the breath around the nostrils, feel it inside the lungs. Feel the tingly sensation of the air coming in and flowing out. Feel the rib cage expand and contract. Feel the breath in the back of your body, between your shoulder blades, the back of the rib cage. Just noticing how the breath interacts with the sensations of the body. And see if you can just very gradually begin to let go of some tension in the physical body. Letting your knees settle towards the ground. Letting tension go in the groin. Letting the hips open and soften. Just using the most minimal amount of effort that you need to keep the spine upright. And just let gravity hug the rest of the body down towards the floor. And just begin moving your awareness on your own pace from the very top of your head to the soles of your feet. So just sort of using your awareness to feel every part of the body, the forehead, the nose, the ears, the jaw, the mouth, the eyes, the back of the head, the throat, the sides of the neck. Just kind of swiftly flowing your awareness throughout your whole body, feeling every little piece down into your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers. Feel free to get as detailed as you want with what you notice about your body. So we call this a body scan. We're just scanning the body, scanning for places we might be holding tension, scanning places where we might be unnecessarily engaging our muscles. And when we come across these areas, we just pause for just a moment, breathe into them and let them go, let them relax. So bringing our consciousness intentionally into the body. Feeling every part. And if you get down to the bottom of the feet, slowly make your way back all the way to the crown of the head. Feeling every square inch of your body. Letting your awareness move through all those areas. Seamlessly, effortlessly feeling your body in space. Feeling the sensations that are present within your body right now. Perhaps feeling warmness or coolness in areas of the body. Little tingling sensations on the surface of the skin. Perhaps you may even feel your own circulation, your own heartbeat. You may feel it. But the intention here is to just let go of anything you're clinging to in the body. So you can maintain your beautiful posture, your dignified posture, with the most minimal amount of effort possible. If you feel tension in the body that starts to transition into discomfort, pause in those areas and just witness. Bring your consciousness into those spaces and just breathe and see if you can slowly unravel whatever is being tangled there through just noticing, just being attentive. Letting go of this need to resist what's present and just bear witness to what it is. And perhaps from here, you may be feeling a little bit more effortless in the way you hold your body in this shape. Perhaps you may feel a little bit more relaxation in the physical body. And if for some reason you don't, just bear witness to the reality of the moment without needing to change or without needing to judge. Just for once, just allowing things to be exactly as they are. And with this foundation of easefulness in the body, begin to bring your awareness into the speech, into the thoughts. And just notice whatever is streaming through your mind right now. As if there's an aspect of your awareness, of your consciousness that could almost stand back in the room and witness what's happening. Not playing into it or engaging with it, but just watching like a river flows downstream. Watching the thoughts, watching the narratives. Just bringing loving attention to this component of speech. The whispers and words that flow through the mind. And with loving attention, just let them be there. If there's lots of thoughts, loud thoughts, outlandish thoughts, mean thoughts, beautiful thoughts, whatever it is, treat them all the same. No need to differentiate them, but just see them all as just thought streams. Just there. So the goal is to just try not to impede on whatever process of the mind that's happening within you, whatever thought processes that are happening. Don't impede them. Just let them be. And just hold them in your awareness. And let them just take care of themselves. So it's almost like you're watching your thoughts in the same way that you watch a movie on a screen. They're right there. But there's a space between your awareness of the thoughts and the thoughts themselves. See if you can cultivate a bigger gap so you don't become entangled in them. So no judging, no compartmentalizing, deciphering, analyzing, just witnessing the thinking components of the mind. And if this becomes hard for whatever reason, just come back into the body and start again with feeling the body and feeling the breath. And then when you're ready, come back to a more clear and intentional awareness of the thinking, of the speech. And if your thoughts start starting to become maybe a little quieter, a little more subtle, or really just sort of background noise. Just rest there and witness of it for just a few more moments. Perhaps noticing just a glimpse of a quieter mind, even if it's just for one little moment. And then with the body settled, with the speech quieter, bring your awareness to the component of awareness itself. So noticing your ability to notice. Stepping into sort of this meta space, observing the ability to observe, opening your whole sense capacity to the awareness of what you're receiving right here in this moment. So not differentiating between a sensation in the body, a thought, a sound, a smell, a feeling, an emotion. Just see if you can hold it all in one unified space of awareness. And just in a restful way, just holding that sensation of openness, spaciousness. Just allow the moment to wash over you. Let go of all resistance. And just bear witness to what's here right now without changing it. So just this open awareness, not concentrating on anything particular except for just the capacity to be aware. This capacity to witness whatever arises with the same attitude of acceptance, without judgment. And just finding some restfulness in your awareness. This place where there's nothing you have to do at all. This space where doing nothing becomes an act of healing. An act of letting go. Just being alive right here, right now. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. I just rest in this spaciousness, this openness, this acceptance of everything that's here with you right now. Just embracing everything. Just very slowly begin to bring awareness to your fingertips. Begin to make very, very little movements there. Just feel the movements in their completeness. With all of your attention, just feel your fingers very gently moving, wiggling. And same with your toes. And then take a really big breath in through the nose. Fill your lungs up fully. Feel the lifting of the rib cage and the spine. And then letting it all go with a big sigh. You can slowly prayer your hands at the heart. Let your eyes open if they're closed. And see if you can bring this sort of spaciousness into your day, this sort of open, accepting awareness. See if you can let go of your judgments today by noticing when they arise, noticing when the judgments come and then just letting them go. And just see how that might change the way you move through the world a little bit. Just a little more openness, a little more lightness. Thank you all so much.